Greetings. Today I want to talk about the first horse rider, which is mentioned in Revelation chapter 6. And he is the one that comes on the white horse. And there is a crown that is given to him. And what he is going to do is he is going to be conquering many boundaries, many areas, and by preaching peace. And that peace will not be forever. And if you notice that that peace will also be taken away by him in 6 verse 4 by causing violence. What I wanted to share here is the move of the antichrist during the tribulation period, and he is the one who is coming on the white horse, and there is a crown with him, and he is trying to preach a peace, and this peace is also not permanent. That is what I wanted to point out. And Apostle Paul says in Ephesians chapter 2 1 and 2, and he is the spirit now working in the children of disobedience, and he is the prince of the air. And what is he working? And he is trying to meet the needs of the people, and the needs that I have in my lust, the needs that I have in my flesh, and he is trying to cause me to be in peace by satisfying my lust and my flesh. And this is not going to be permanent. And today the devil is bringing in peace. And like in the Old Testament, Jeremiah would say the false prophets preached peace, peace, but it is not a true peace. And it's kind of a sedation. It is not an absolute peace that I could have in my soul and be at rest. It is like the absence of problems, and by causing me to go into sedation. And he is the one who is working in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, blinding the minds of people so that they would not be able to think, and at the same time they would not be able to see the light that comes through the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ. And he is the deceiver, and he is the deceiver, and he is very, very successful in deceiving the people ever since the Garden of Eden. And one day he will be chained in Revelation chapter 20 verse 3. And if you read that verse, and that verse is very powerful. The verse says that he is thrown into abyss, and he was shut, sealed, so that he would not deceive the nations any longer for 1,000 years. Think about it. He is the father of lies, and all that he has to do is deceive, 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 and preach false people. And people are fallen prey into this. But whereas, look at the work of God on the other side. He left heaven and he came down and he lived as a man and he was sinless, and he went to the cross and he died on the cross for our sins, and he shed his blood and he was buried. On the third day he rose again. Anybody that believes in him, Romans chapter 5 verse 1 says, he is being given peace. Just think about it. Having been justified and we are brought into the presence of God, the enmity between us and God is absolutely once and for all removed, and we receive the peace. And this is the true peace. And Jesus said, so you will hear my truth, and my truth will set you free. Right? This is the true liberty that we all can have. Compared to the liberty that Satan is promising, which is false, compared to the peace that Satan is propagating, which is not permanent. Just think about these words. Come to God and receive anything that you want to receive from Him, and this is going to be permanent. God bless you. Thank you.